it's still the same. It might not necessarily be the same ratio, but it's still the same idea. I mean, you just supplement 2 and 3 to 3 and 4. It's still worth one more point. It's still gonna.
It reduces the value of it because it's only worth a small amount more than a regular basket. So statistically, because everything's number crunching these days, statistically right now it makes sense to shoot a ton of threes because you'll score the same amount of points even hitting at 35% or so as a team hitting a bunch of twos. If you make every basket worth 3 points and the three-pointer only worth 4 points, I know I say only even though it's worth more, it's the difference would analytically create a lot more parity between your regular shot, your inside the line, and your outside the line shot.
I can see the argument. I don't feel like it would change it that much. I feel like the league has 100% become a show-me league, and I think that by doing that, it's going to just increase. And, they're talking about moving the three-point line back. That's a dare. That's not going to be changing anything. That's going to be we don't think you can hit it from here. Everyone's going to try and hit it. It's a dare. It's not going to discourage anything.
Right.
It's, like I said, the league is a show-me league, or show-off league, I guess, to the point where you have a guy averaging a fucking triple-double 2 seasons in a row, but his team sucks.
Yeah.
He doesn't
I wouldn't
care.
say they suck. They make, they've been in the playoffs how many times since their founding, since he's been on the team. I do get what you're saying. I think moving it back is a good idea. I think the corner three is way too close. I think the courts should be extended out so that they're a little wider, push them out like 5 feet each side or so, and then make the 3-point line, if not equidistant all the way around, at least a little closer to being near the top. Because right now the corner three is just so valuable. It's not that long of a shot, and so many guys can hit it versus guys that can hit those deep threes being much more rare. Yes, there are players that are fantastic and can do it, but that shouldn't be everybody across the league.
I get it, and I have an idea I was going to bring up later that I think could make things more interesting. I think the final minute of a quarter, if you hit a shot from behind half court, it should count for 5 points.
What are you, Kim Jong-un? Doesn't North Korea do something like that?
Oh, I don't pay attention to fucking North Korea.
They call it the Rodman rule.
But Tony has chimed in. Hey, Tone, what's up? I think players being able to play multiple positions is good for the league in that we get to see more matchups and should create more importance on coaching and game planning. The three-pointer will always be a problem until they try something. Doing nothing isn't going to correct it. Well, now, I mostly agree with what Tony said. I don't think there's a way that you can realistically punish someone for shooting a three.
Mm-hmm.
Because, why is Steph Curry such a great basketball player? Well, because he can hit a ridiculous shot from, anywhere on the fucking court. That's not going to change. And
right, but you can make it, a little harder for him, a little, make the three a little less valuable overall, and you'll have what I consider better basketball, which is inside, outside, having similar value, because the post game is largely disappearing. I think that's bad. I don't think that's good for basketball. You're losing a huge piece of basketball. It's not going to be as fun to watch when it's just guys chucking threes all the time. You know, the most fun plays, to me, are inside. You know, the contested layups and dunks. You know, it's cool to see a guy hit a big three or something, but it's not as exciting basketball. It's not like, you know, that hard play that is what I think got the league, you know, very popular across America and, you know, now across the world. I think with the three becoming increasingly prevalent, you're gonna end up losing out long term.
I kind of agree. Like I said, I feel like the mentality in the country as a whole has gotten away from being overpowering and has gotten to the point of show me
skill sets.
Yeah, show me a different skill set, because while I'm not saying there's no skill to playing the post, but when you're as big as Shaq was, you don't need any fucking skill. When you're as big as Taco Fall, you don't need skill. He was fucking dunking and didn't leave his feet.
All right, well, let's see how Taco does in the actual NBA. Like, yeah, sure, he's big, but that doesn't just mean, you know, you're automatically going to be useful. I know 7-footers that are terrible at basketball.
Kristaps Porzingis.
I wouldn't say that. He's just reptilian.
I mean, he's terrible at playing center. He wasn't even that good at rebounds. I mean, for a while he was, and then he backed
he
off.
Was a great shot blocker. He was more a power forward, or even a small foul forward than a center. But you know, that also has to do with, you know, getting bulked up. Like, the reason Shaq was so effective is that he was a monster. He could just bully people. And, you know, that's not just related to his height. There have been, you know, taller players than him that were a lot less effective than him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, you're completely right. Like I said, I don't mean to diminish what the centers can do, because Tim Duncan is just absolutely fucking brilliantly skilled. But when you're as big as Shaq is, it makes it easier for you to not have to have skill and still be a good basketball player. I want to really quickly read what Tony wrote in. I wouldn't be against creating a shooting arc from sideline to sideline and eliminate the corner threes altogether. He also said, and then move the line back a bit further, which will create a limited area from range, which is easier to defend against. In turn, should increase the post play that Dan is talking about.
Yeah, that's been floated as well. I like that idea. I think the good thing about the NBA is they're not afraid to experiment. So I think we will start to see a little bit of that. Because again, I'm far from the only one that misses, you know, fun, hard-hitting, inside basketball that also has, you know, threes. Like, I don't propose getting rid of the three-point line altogether, like super old-school basketball, because I think the three is valuable and is another skill set that, you know, that does let other players be super effective, like, you know, to standard giant like Shaq. But I just think it's becoming too much, so there's just going to be a million three-point shooters, and you're going to see the disappearance of post play. And it also, you know, you wouldn't see players like Carmelo Anthony, really. You wouldn't see players like Irving and stuff, like, becoming big stars because they hit from two, and it's just not statistically a good way to play right now.
Right, and I have a couple points. one you just touched on. I think it's bad the direction it's going with people pulling up and just shooting a three from anywhere. I'm not such a huge fan of the low post physical basketball. I like the guys who are more tacticians and have that mid-range game. So I like the Carmelo Anthonys, the guys who, from anywhere on the floor. Melo was comfortable shooting a three. He was comfortable taking it to the basket, but he was most comfortable like 8 feet away from the hoop. And I liked that. I did.
Yeah, statistically, that's bad basketball. And you would see that disappear if nothing changes, I think.
The other question that I have about that is, we know this is going to happen anyways. Should we just embrace it? Prepare for it, mentally prepare, embrace the fact that the NBA is going to be all about glitz and glamour and the dazzling, shining, centerpiece in the fucking wedding ring. It's going to happen. It's inevitable with the way the league is set up so that... hello? We have a caller.
First ever.
Oh, okay. The way the league is set up, being so player-friendly, allowing these players to be more of a star than any other athletes, really. I mean, Kevin Durant, arguably the best basketball player in the world prior to his Achilles injury, right? He's making more money from not playing basketball and doing other things than he is playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Russell Westbrook, literally, people watch his post-game interviews because they want to see what crazy shit he's wearing. The league is not about nitty-gritty basketball anymore. It's about marketing yourself the best way you can, and the best way to do that is the shiny, glitzy, glammy diamonds. Yeah. And that's not going to change. No one is going to become famous in the NBA for backing down some big motherfucker and putting the basketball in the hoop unless you're posterizing them with a dunk. Those days are over, and I don't think they're coming back.
I think you're right.
I think, as much as I hate the fact that 9 seconds into a fucking 24-second shot clock, you've already taken 2 threes. I hate that. That's like my biggest pet peeve. Is you have 24 fucking seconds. Use at least 15 of them.
Yeah, don't need to rush it.
No.
I mean, you don't have to use it if you get a good shot, but a lot of the times, you're right, it's bad shot takes. And again, I think the 3-point being that valuable, I think that contributes. As far as the players being, big stars, I do think that's problematic in basketball, and I don't know how you fix it because the teams are so small, and the big players play so many minutes. That increases their individual value to a crazy degree. They can demand trades, they can do this, they can do that. Like, look at the NFL where there's, 50 dudes on a team because you can only play so many snaps, and there's so many different positions and so many different valuable positions that, you demand a trade in the NFL, and even if you're Antonio Brown, if you act like an asshole, you're getting traded to freaking Buffalo instead of, where you wanted to go. So, I do think that is a big problem that I don't know how to address it yet. I really don't know how you can do anything about it.
I don't know, but you bring up a good point, and we're going to talk about someone who maybe is requesting a trade in the NFL in a little bit, but I feel like it's because every position in football is not created equal and does not have equal